Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
All right, welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast with Kevin and Chuck. Today, we're going to kind of discuss lone wolf prepping or group survival. Kind of get to the bottom of the best way to do it, pros and cons of each one, some of the negatives, some of the positives. A lot of things have my mind stirring lately. One is we reached out with a buddy of ours, Lloyd Bailey. You've heard us mention him recently, and if you've been listening to the show a long time, he's been doing promos way back in the beginning, I guess. And so Lloyd belongs to a prepping group, or actually a podcasting group called selfdefenseradio.net. And actually, over time, he reached out to us, and he was hoping that we'd come into the fold. And this is one of the things that got me thinking. Because I was like, do I want to just do my own thing? Or can I go further if I'm in a big group?
Uh-huh.
And that's just kind of one of the things that got my mind stirring. Now, this Self-Defense Radio, it's about 10 different podcasts, and they basically work together to help promote each other. So you can check out the website, selfdefenseradio.net. You can see a nice little picture of Kevin and me, little bio, and you can check out the other podcasts. Lloyd has a podcast on there called Armed Lutheran Radio. Also, there's the Polite Society podcast. What else? American Guns podcast. Pro Arms podcast. They really like guns there. Oh, Mind for Survival.
Yeah, I've been listening to that.
That's new to the
good.
network. I'd been listening to them, so a couple of new things.
Remso Republic is one that I've been listening to that I enjoyed quite a bit.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of neat stuff on there you guys can check out. As I go through them, I'll start to drop other ones, let you know. But just kind of cool to bring into the fold. Now, there's no big commitment. It's just a bunch of people helping each other out. And that's the cool thing is, working together, you can go a lot further.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some negatives. Haven't found any negatives with Self-Defense Radio yet. So far, it seems awesome, and we're psyched to be a proud member.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, when you work together with other people, you have a bunch of different personalities. Everybody has a different vision of what they want. Maybe possibly a different belief structure.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff has to come into account. Now, obviously, right now, I'm talking about a prepper group. And when you come together with different people, you got to take all this into account and say, what am I willing to give up in order to have the benefit of everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Now, first, I guess we kind of go through, like, the different types of things. Like, we'll just kind of go through a list I got here. So, operational security.
Mm-hmm.
If we join a group, then obviously loose lips sink ships.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of people that all know, all right, our bug out plan is to go out to this piece of land we all have together.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're going to secure our block and everybody in the neighborhood has, a year's worth of food stockpiled and AR-15s, and they all have at least 1,000 rounds of ammo. Well, now everybody in my block knows that, and I'm at risk of anybody they tell.
Right.
Or, anybody
friends,
who's
family
going
members
out is going to say, well, you guys, Johnny, you can come out with me too.
Mm-hmm.
And it can kind of get away from you.
Right.
Now, when you're the lone survivor, lone wolf prepper, you can kind of keep that as tight as you want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, obviously, it doesn't help if you have a big podcast and you tell everyone.
And you
in
tell
the world,
everybody everything.
And you got a big mouth and you just go. Something like that might bite you in the ass.
Yeah. Now, my opinion has always been 2 people can keep a secret if one's dead. So I've been thinking about killing Chuck for a while now. We'll see what happens.
Stay tuned next week.
It might just be me next
You'll
week.
hear Kevin. He'll do the intro, and he'll be like, with Kevin, and then that's it.
I think I got the intro down, though. I think I got the, all right.
Yeah, you can do it.
I think so.
All right. So, now, so operational security. Obviously, the greater number of people involved, the greater your risk.
Right.
The next thing is, skills.
Mm-hmm.
Skills that people have.
Right.
That's obviously, you're limited as just one man.
Right. You might be a great hunter, great shooter, a great sniper, but you might be terrible at medical stuff. You might be screwed if you break your own leg.
You might not be a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you do things yourself. Sometimes you just need a second person, even if they're matched in your skills. You know? But, yeah, so some of those things. Maybe a guy's a blacksmith. Maybe the guy's the handyman. Maybe the guy's law enforcement and just kind of knows how they're going to do things and knows when things go bad, hey, this is the way to do it.
Right.
Now, before I get too far away with this, I've been thinking a lot of the shit hits the fan scenarios that everybody comes up with, it's kind of catastrophic. And most of the ones we've talked about on this podcast are, EMP, everything lights out, or economic collapse, the government falls apart in no time, because basically there isn't money, so you can't pay the soldiers, you can't pay the sheriffs. Things kind of turn into anarchy pretty fast. It's very possible that you have some kind of hybrid in between where things are just crappy.
Yeah.
And then, being really close with your neighbors when cops take 2 hours to show up might be a good thing, a good kind of security. And getting your neighbors at least connecting with the ones who are open to gun ownership and training with them and getting them to stockpile weapons while they still can. Knives could be outlawed at any moment.
Right.
We might have to, show ID to buy toothbrushes because you might whittle it into a shiv or something. I don't know what you guys are doing out there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything's possible. But, so, all these things make you look with a different set of eyes. What is your risk level to, what you're going to do?
Yeah, benefit. Now, there are a lot of benefits for having a group survival.
I think there's a lot of benefits, but what do you got?
Well, you've got a better defense team.
Yes.
If you can defend a piece of property with 12 people a lot better than you can with one.
Yes.
Larger pool of knowledge to draw from. You've got people with different skills. We already kind of touched on that one. Yeah,
but some might be better at fighting, which also can train the group.
Right.
I know you're like, well, I want to fight and I can go to my MMA class up the road and as a lone survivor prepper. But how cool are you if you can work together? Like, I don't have to go seek out all this information. Somebody in the group can kind of work with me.
Can teach it.
As we do, as we go along, So that's definitely a plus.
Yeah, definitely, when you have a shared workload, you can get more more done as a group than individuals working separately.
Like force multiplier kind of idea.
There you go.
You know, many hands make light work.
Sure.
Sure. Look at those freaking pyramids. Those guys, they weren't messing around.
wasn't one dude that built that.
You don't make shit like that happen without two or three guys.
But you know, there's with a group there also comes disadvantages.
Okay.
Right. You know, especially in a bad situation, sometimes people are under pressure make bad decisions. They become unpredictable.
Okay.
You know, stress over time. It might just have somebody that thinks about backstabbing and looking out for themselves.
So day to day, they might be cool, but then all of a sudden when things get stressful, when, you know, somebody's family gets hurt or arrested or something, maybe they fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden they're, you know, emotional and whatever. What if all of a sudden, I need revenge? You know, the police came and did this to me, and now I'm going to go after the police. Or maybe the neighbor gang keeps messing with us, and they killed my kid, and now I'm devastated, and I'm going to put the whole group at risk because I need to go out and get revenge.
Right.
You know, maybe there's a place for things and justice and whatever, but I'm just saying you need people who are in alignment with you.
Right. And, you know, when you have a large group, it's, you know, it's easy to track a large group of people that are moving. And it's not real easy to hide a group of people, you know? If you have 12 people living in a house in a somewhat abandoned neighborhood, you know, it's going to be a lot easier to notice.
I agree with that. And on the flip side, you know, the lone wolf, or, you know, so that's one point kind of for the lone wolf. But then again, the big group is definitely a hard target.
That's
and
right.
Everybody notices you and sees you and says, you know what? They got 50 guys with AR-15s. That's a small army. I'm not messing with them.
Right. The other thing to think about with a group is, you know, there's going to be, if there is a shortage of food, shortage of gear, you know, you're going to be sharing your food and gear with everybody else.
Yeah, that gets tough.
Yeah, especially if you're the one bringing most of the stuff in. You know, if you're one of the producers in the group, it might be difficult to start handing out all the food you brought back.
That's like
to
John
everybody
Gall
else.
talk there.
That's
the problem. When you're a group, does socialism sneak in?
Ooh.
That is a scary word in the prepping community.
Yeah, well, you know, socialism works sometimes.
Works in the family.
That's right. I mean, your family's socialist, in a sense.
You know, your kids probably don't pitch in what mom and dad are pitching in.
They're not paying any of the bills.
Not paying the bills.
Nope.
You know, and yet we take care of them. We all get the same portions at dinner, although mine might be a little bit bigger.
I always get the big piece of chicken.
You get the big piece of chicken?
Every night.
All right. Now, also, you want to think about trustworthiness and loyalty.
That's right. You know, if you're bugging in with your group that consists of, you know, your two brothers and sister and their spouses and, you know, kids, you might end up, you know, being a very loyal group. But if you're bugging in or bugging out with, you know, your neighbor down the street and the guy that, you know, you met at the gun range.
And was his wife really attractive? And she's hanging out?
You know, maybe he's
there's
really attractive and into my wife. I don't know.
See? These things can go down a slippery slope. You guys got to realize. I had touched on it a little bit earlier, your view of life.
Right.
So, you know, maybe some guys are like Nazis. Or maybe, I don't know, that's the only thing that people don't like anymore. It's just
Nazis?
Yeah. So, I mean,
I've got a whole long list
you
of things I don't like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got a
maybe
whole
you have
hate
Kevin
list.
with you, and he hates all kinds of things. Hates people who don't have beards because they're just weak.
Weak.
You know what always freaks me out? Is people who smile for no freaking reason.
You know?
Psycho?
What are you smiling about?
Like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'll kill you. Why are you just smiling?
Am I funny? Am I like a clown?
I don't get it, man. People are just happy. I just want to beat the crap out of them. Like, what's wrong with you? You don't know the world we live in? So, yeah, there's issues we got to realize.
Just somebody walking around laughing all the time. You don't want that in your group.
Just want to knock that shit right out. Attitude. Somebody with a crappy attitude can bring down the group.
Chuck.
Oh, shit. You're just going to drop my name like that?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that are just negative about everything. Always looking for the black lining.
Something to bitch about. Now, in the Navy, they used to have a saying, a bitching sailor is a happy sailor.
Right. It's when people stop bitching that you have to worry about a mutiny.
You got to vent a little bit, but just the same, like you said, somebody can really kill morale.
Right.
Somebody who's always pointing out problems. And, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's always people, like, you'll work with or something like that, and you're like, I don't know what it is. That guy's just an asshole. Mm-hmm. And just anything they do. I mean, I'm not mentioning any names, but in the Facebook page, Slam Prepping Badass, let me tell you, there are people who freaking have to put a negative comment every freaking time. And I'm like, damn it, just say something nice. And
just dragging the whole spirit of things down.
And I'm like, really, dude, you have to go there? Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, there are those people, and you want to be careful about bringing those people in your group. Mm-hmm. But, I think we mentioned way back in another podcast where you're like, oh, but there's that crazy guy. Mm-hmm. And the crazy guy, you don't want to deal with him 90% of the time. Mm-hmm. But then when you're in a gunfight,
best guy to have on your side.
You're like, oh, yeah.
You need a good psychopath in a gunfight. It's just not real easy to deal with that person the rest of the time. Sometimes that person is more dangerous to you than he is, to the enemy. So I mean, it's definitely something to think about when you're looking at a group, as far as trying to keep the personalities together that aren't going to clash too much.
Right. Next thing, and it's kind of the same thing, but it's not. Motivation. Mm-hmm. Now, this actually is something to think about when you're lone wolf prepper.
Right.
What's kind of going to keep you going, give you that drive, Eventually you get defeated. You put up the shelter and it starts raining and it just doesn't hold water and it leaks and you're, just laying in crap and you get things going and then it falls apart, or, you catch a pig and, I got that wild boar, I'm going to eat good tonight, and then he breaks through the cage and ends up getting away. You can get defeated and discouraged easy.
Yeah.
With a mental, you kind of have more people to push you and build you up.
Right.
But again, you could end up with the wrong guy, the more people to tear you down. So, a lot of upsides to a group, but you got to choose that group carefully.
Right.
Also, one of the big upsides to having a prepping group that's kind of established is that you have a lot of bodies. When you're fighting a war or whatever, you're going to battle with other, gangs and whatever. Mm-hmm. If 10 people die, fuck it, you got lots more. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Well, Napoleon said that nobody could ever defeat him because he spends 30,000 lives a month.
Yeah. That's
just keep killing him.
I'm not sure that's the attitude you want in your prepper.
You want to project that attitude anyway.
No, that's just for leadership. You know, like the government, they're like, don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it.
So, yeah, I'm just saying there's options. Mm-hmm. Now, so there were a lot of things going on in the news.
Was there?
And it turns out that Uranus smells like farts.
Yeah.
They just figured this out.
Yeah, I did hear about this, and it makes sense,
Logically.
Yeah. 2 types of gas up there, and one has a distinct rotten eggs smell around it, about it. Mm-hmm.
So they said the surrounding clouds around Uranus.
Mm-hmm. Not my anus.
No.
The planet Uranus.
Oh, the planet.
Right.
All right. So this is an article from Popular Science. Mm-hmm. And You guys might want to check into that. I found it very fascinating.
Uh-huh.
A lot of talk. I've actually heard it several places. So it's kind of exciting.
Oh, yeah, and there's also some good news that rapture didn't happen. So we're all still here.
That was a little awkward because I had said some things to people like, that's
let me tell you what I really think about you.
And then the next day I saw him and I was like, oh, I'm high.
Yeah.
Hope
I was
we're
hoping
still
Jesus was going to
friends.
take me, so I gave away all my worldly possessions to the poor.
Logically.
And now I'm
Because you were like,
living
I'm
on the
going to
street.
go up like freaking like a baller.
That's right.
The least of these, that was going to be you.
That was going to be me. But nope, now
not
I'm just
so
broke.
much. Also, you saw something else you were telling me about.
Monroe, Louisiana.
What's going on in Louisiana?
Well, there was a break-in in a house.
Okay.
A woman came home, and this is April 17th. This is a couple of weeks back.
Okay.
Evelyn Washington is the person they found. She found this intruder in her house, not wearing any clothes.
Ooh.
Taking a bath in her bathtub.
That's awkward.
And eating a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
Now, as far as why that woman ended up there...
Wait, stop. Were they her Cheetos?
You know, the article didn't say.
I feel like that's a key point.
That's an important thing there.
All right,
where did the Cheetos come from?
Go on.
Well, the lady was just insane, and the police came and arrested her and took her away. There's no real threat. But I know that if I came home and there was a middle-aged homeless woman in my bathtub, I wouldn't even mess with it.
No.
Nope. I wouldn't even mess around with it.
Actually, I have...
You can have the house now. I'm just going.
You're out? I do several stories I have, actually. So, we could go on all night.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was just married, and I come downstairs one morning, and apparently a homeless man came in the back door and was sleeping on the couch. And I was young, so I'm like, dude. And he's like, dude. And just gets up and walks out. And I'm like, huh, that was weird.
I had that exact same thing happen to me. And except he was so drunk I couldn't wake him up.
That's awkward.
And I had 3 roommates. I had 2 other roommates, and me makes 3. And me and one of the other roommates were kicking the couch, kicking him, nothing. But we didn't do anything about it. We just assumed it was the third roommate's friend. So we left the door open. It was like December. We just said, screw it, we got to go to work. And we came home. He wasn't there anymore. And
How about your stuff?
We asked the third roommate. No idea.
Your
Our stuff was still there.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Now, I found out about 3 or 4 months later, my neighbor asked me if one of his friends had broken into my house. I said yes. That must have been what happened.
Check.
Yep.
I had, when I was in Virginia Beach, and this may be a old story for you guys, I don't know. Not Virginia Beach. When I was in Chicago in the Navy. Because obviously the Navy's in Chicago, because where else?
All that water.
All that water. So, I'm sleeping. I get the nudge. Oh, I hear somebody downstairs. There's somebody in the house. Yeah, whatever. Go back to sleep. I'm like, no. Somebody, and I get the nudge again. Hey, there's somebody in the house. No, there's nobody. No, they are. Because they're standing in the bedroom door. And I'm like, let me look into this.
Maybe I should open my eyes a little bit and investigate.
Let me see what's really going on. Sure enough, there's dude standing in the bedroom door like all awkward. I had the Macaulay Culkin kind of look going on, And so I jump up. Back then, I think it was like tighty whities.
Okay.
So, and I go running, and this is Navy housing, so it's like concrete floors with they had the tile on there that, I don't know, was slippery as shit, So I go running, slide, he's bolting down the stairs, run whatever, goes out the back screen door, slapping. I go running out the screen door, chase him across this like football field play area for the kids or whatever. Get about halfway out there, and I'm like, I'm in my underwear and I'm outside. I'm like, what am I going to do if I catch this guy? And it occurs to me that was probably not my best move. So I go back in the house. I call the base police. And I'm like, oh, there was this guy came in my house. And they were like, well, did you catch him? I'm like, well, no. And they're like, well, then what do you want us to do about it? And I was like,
dicks.
Yeah, okay. So they were like, but if you want, not right now, but tomorrow morning, you can come in and we'll take a report. And we'll write it up.
Good work, guys.
And I'm like, will that do anything? Well, no, but that way we'll have a report.
They're going to have a crack team of investigators researching this.
And I was like, okay, maybe that's not so much the plan. So, and again, the same thing, though. I think, as a drunk neighbor came in the wrong house. I think it just happens.
Yeah.
Apparently that's thing.
Drunks happen.
That's you should lock your doors. Secret of the pros right there.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't start locking my doors then.
Yeah.
But soon after. Well, not soon, but.
Once I started locking my doors, I stopped finding vagrants in my house.
Really?
So, I mean, that is something.
That's a thing?
Yeah, you might want to lock your doors if that's not something you're excited about.
All right. Now, before we bore you guys too much, and you're already like, all right, you know what? They're done talking about what they're talking about, and I'm going to run away. Well, hold on a minute. I say, whoa. Whoa. So, we've been building up this podcast and building up the audience. We try and bring you guys a great show every week, and we try and do good things. And it turns out, all our efforts, we now have some sponsors.
Exciting news.
So, we found this great company that actually our producer, Ethan, who you know very little about because we keep it on the down low. Ethan actually reached out, and there's a company, mymedic.us.
Okay.
That's like a www.
Okay.
.mymedic.us. Now, these guys sell first aid kits, first aid supplies, like all kinds of stuff. Like you want, I don't know, suture kits or, any of the fancy medical shenanigans, tourniquets and Israeli battle dressing and that kind of stuff. They got it. Now, what's cool is not only do they have it, but for our listeners, you're actually going to get 15% off.
Nice.
So when you're spending your money, you're like, wait, I can help support the Survival and Basic Badass podcast while at the same time putting a little extra coin in my pocket.
That's right.
And I'm talking about your pocket, not Kevin's pocket, you, the listener's pocket.
Right.
So what you're going to want to do is go to mymedic.us and then use the promo code, you guessed it, badass. Because, come on, really.
That's always it. That's it.
Now, what's cool is they have these good survival kits. And we're going to actually go through one and talk about it on the show. We're going to kind of open it up and talk about what's in there. But there's a couple of extra items that I might want to add to it to kind of expand. Make it, we'll say, a badass medical kit. And what you could do is they sell these extra items. So you can add it all together. And we're going to tell you what those mystery items are.
Customized bag.
Customized bag. It's possible we might even give away a customized bag to one of our listeners.
I think that's a good idea.
You guys might remember that we gave away a SOG Jungle Primitive knife. Happy listener out there. His name eludes me at the moment, but he was happy. Right. I remember.
And I think we're gonna dig into this a little bit. We might even make some video for it.
I think we can put together some videos. So, anyway, you guys want to check that out? mymedic.us. I'm also going to put it in the show notes. Also, you'll see some of the cool products they offer scrolling along in your Facebook because we're going to try and shoot those out to you But remember, when you go there, you want to use the code BADASS because 15%.
That's right.
That's like real dollars
That's
in your
better
pocket.
than 10%.
5% better.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, we also, if you guys have any comments, things you want to hear about, different show topic ideas, different things you want to learn about, you want to email us at preppingbadass@gmail.com. Eventually, I'm going to put together the website a little bit smoother than it is at preppingbadass.com. I am going to put together a page on there for our sponsors, but I haven't got there yet, so be a little bit patient with me. And, you know, when you see things come along, just remember, you use the promo code BADASS, it's going to open doors for you.
That's right.
So, is that it? Feeling good?
That's all I got.
All right. So with that, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.